Minister Champagne, there are public calls from Liberal MPs for the Prime Minister to quit. If he does, are you planning on running for the Liberal leadership?
I have been very clear over the last few days that Justin Trudeau is the leader of the Liberal Party of Canada. I support it, obviously. And I think the thing we need to do as a team now is to focus on the issues that matter to Canadians and go win that election. Because I think the next election is about in which kind of society we want to live. I was just sharing with the Commissioner before this morning what we've seen in recent elections across the world. And I think we should all take a deep breath as Canadians and reflect on which society we want to live. And I think we obviously have the most experienced team, a team which is dedicated to the well-being of Canadians, to provide prosperity, to provide opportunities, to preserve the Canadian values. And fundamentally, I think this is where Canadians are. So I'm going to fight very hard to make sure that we preserve what makes us proud as Canadians and make sure that the work that we have done. I understand that for a lot of folks at home who are watching, the issues that concern them around cost of living, you know, the cost of housing,
the carbon tax,
the cost of cell phone, the cost of food. And I can assure them that every morning I wake up to see with my colleagues what we can do to help Canadians. And I think Canadians have seen us in action over the last few years to say that we always have their back.
Yeah.
And that's the best way, in my view, to continue as a nation. And I'm going to fight to make sure that we win that next election.
Do you think the Prime Minister is the right person to lead the Liberal Party into that next election? And if so, why?
No,
well, I've been, again, very clear that Prime Minister Trudeau is our leader. And he's been able to bring a team around him to make sure that we deliver for Canadians. And I can tell you, I've been saying that to my colleagues, the best way to win is to focus on Canadians. This has always been the recipe for success, and it will always be the recipe, and that's what I do every single morning. I wake up and I say, what can I do to improve the lives of Canadians?
What can you do to screw over Canadians?
By opening up opportunities and possibilities for our students, for our researchers, for our professors, for all our scientists around the country to prosper, I think is another testament that we need to focus, and we are focusing on what matters to Canadians, and that's what I'm going to be doing every single day until the next election.
Just quickly on...
Non, ça va être ces deux questions.
Well, go. You're the last one.
I was just on Northvolt. You spoke about it in French. I was just wondering what you thought about the troubles that they're having and what it could mean to the project here in Quebec.
Listen, Northvolt, as I was saying to the Commissioner is well aware, Northvolt is one of these premium companies in the world. And I remember the first time I met them, actually was a text message. I'll publish that one day. You'll have access to it in the book. So I'll give you a free chapter this morning. But when I attracted them, and we met actually just here, a few blocks at the Fairmont, I talked to Peter Carlson, who is the CEO of the company back in Sweden. And I said, what's your dream? He said, well, Minister, my dream is to build the greenest battery in the world. Well, I said, you're at the right place at the right time, because this is the jurisdiction that can give that to you. And we started from there. So what I said, I was in exchange. You know, I'm known for text messages. So we texted each other overnight. And the conclusion is very clear. The destination is clear. And there could be an adjustment in the short term in terms of timelines. But the destination is clear, is that we're going to be building here in Quebec the greenest battery in the world. And we should be all proud of it. And like I was saying, he's going to be a market leader in North America. And I was reflecting, because I read a bit what happened with Ford and Model T at the time. There was a lot of people who thought, you know, whether Model T would have some success. I think that today, when you have disruptive technology like that, which provide a transformational shift, yeah, you may have adjustments in the short term, but the destination is very clear. And Canada and Quebec are going to lead in that destination of building electric vehicle. And the good thing we did in 2023, Madam Commissioner, that's something we can even work on, as you said, because there's three aspects of what we announced. There's the research, there's the industrial aspect of it, and innovation. I think in innovation, when it comes to the battery of the future, that could be a field where Canada and the European Union and Quebec, we can excel. So with that, I would say I feel very confident that Quebec will be the place. As Bloomberg said it, You know, Bloomberg said we're ahead of China for the next 30 years when it comes to the battery ecosystem. So kudos to the people in the room and the workers who are going to make it happen.
What connection does he have to that CEO? I'd like to know.
Merci tout le monde.
That he was meeting at that hotel.